When I started doing this, I noticed that my designs started cutting faster and way more efficiently. Hey friends, Bale here with another design break. For this video, we are going to talk about anchor points and how to clean them up in your laser files. When you're designing a laser file, it is really important to clean up your anchor points because the more anchor points you have, the harder it is for your laser to follow them. When a laser file is sent to a laser, it basically relies on the paths and the anchor points that you put in your design to know where that beam needs to go in that laser. And so when there are so many anchor points and everything is a big mess in there, you'll notice that your files take a little bit more longer to cut and engrave, and it's overall a little bit less efficient. So every time I send a file to my laser, I make sure to follow one of these 3 methods that I'm going to share with you right now to make sure that my file is clean and simplified from excessive anchor points. Okay, so let's jump right into it and let's talk about the very first way that you can clean up your anchor points. So this file right here, I have written out the word hello, and I've gone ahead and created outlines. So now there is a path line around each one of these letters. So this is essentially an object, okay? Now to see how many anchor points I have, I'm gonna go ahead and switch from the selection tool to the direct selection tool, and that's when you can see all of these anchor points. Okay, so there's a couple of ways that you can do this. The very first way and the most common way is to go to Object, Path, and simply hit Simplify. And when you do that, you'll see that all of those anchor points have kind of simplified to just kind of the only ones that are required for this design. So here's what it looked like before. And you can see it has all of these anchor points, and it's quite messy and just quite not very great, right? So first way, path, object, path, and simplify. And it'll bring that anchor point count down to a very minimal number. So let's go back. Now the next way that I like to use, and if you've known me and followed me for a while, I love this tool. I'm such a nerd, but I absolutely love using the smooth tool. Now the smooth tool is located here on your toolbar. If you right click on the shaper tool, you will see a bunch of other tools. Kind of looks like a pencil, but it has these fun lines on it, and that is called the smooth tool. Now the first thing you can do with the smooth tool is before you use it, you have to make sure you have something selected, okay? So you can select the smooth tool, and you can either take the smooth tool and kind of like run it along those path lines, and you'll see that it kind of just minimizes the amount of paths, but it also distorts the shapes slightly. So the more you do it, the more distorted the end object is going to look. So if I keep going and just keep going, you'll see that it's kind of really distorting it. Now this is okay if you don't really care so much what that end goal looks like. But I do this for kind of smaller areas in my design, and so I definitely use the smooth tool. Now, another thing that you can do is you'll notice that when I selected the smooth tool, this little slider bar popped up right away. If you can't find, if this doesn't pop up for you, all you need to go to Object, Path, Smooth, and you'll get this slider bar that pops up. Okay, now if you take the slider bar and just move it around up and down this bar, you'll notice that whatever is selected is really smoothing out significantly. Now this one, a little goes a long way, so you go all the way, you've really distorted that file significantly. But if you do just a bit, you can really see it is definitely cleaning up some of those anchor points. So that is the second way that I like to clean up my anchor points. Okay, let's go back. And the very last way that I don't use often, but I use in situations where it's just like 1 or 2 anchor points, is clicking over here on the pen tool. Now, if you right click on the pen tool, you'll see you have a couple of other options. One is called the delete anchor point tool. And so if I click that, you'll see that now my cursor has a minus sign on it. And all I need to do is simply click on the anchor point that I want to remove, and it will remove it for me. And as it does that, it's going to clean up that overall shape. This one again is more meticulous, and so choose the way that works best for you in the particular design that you're working with. All right, friends, hopefully that was helpful for you. And if you want to follow along and catch our next design break, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button for the next one. Okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye.